Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name's Dave. This is Scott's Toys, where we cover Lego investing, our Bricklink store, and general reselling. This episode, we're going to be talking about our Bricklink store updates, and we're going to recap on what sets went into the store. Going to share a couple new sets that are also going to be parted in this store this coming week. And I think we're just going to have a little bit of dialogue while I pull a couple orders. We're always going to round things out for the episode with recapping last week's orders. So we're going to do that at the end. And before we jump into things, I just want to say thank you to everybody for checking out the video and coming to our channel, sharing this time with us. It's super meaningful to me. I really enjoy being able to do this and interact with all of you. I've gotten a lot of questions kind of coming through between Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So I hope to do another recording of kind of a Q&A there and kind of mix those into upcoming videos. We really would appreciate it. If you haven't already, go ahead and click on that like button below. Subscribe to the channel. It really helps and we really appreciate it. Please continue to leave us some comments and questions. Just really love engaging with all of you guys. That's pretty much it. Really appreciate you sharing this time with us. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these orders that I have to pull. So actually, before I go ahead and start pulling the couple orders that I have waiting right now, I figured I'd share with you, I've got this massive stack here of last week's part out pieces. So we've got our Ninjago set 71740. The rest of them are the Hidden Side Elf Wago Stunt Trip. I did end up parting out 5 of those. These pieces are not in the store yet, so I need to do that. I also have over here on the ground, this is a pile of parts that are actually already available in the Bricklink inventory system. However, they didn't have homes. So that's the stack of stuff that I need to put in the brand new drawers. So I still need to process that. That's next on my list. It was a little lower priority, even though if someone does place an order for some of those pieces, it's going to be a real pain. Hopefully these couple that I'm pulling today, I don't have to dig through there. But I wanted to try something a little differently today when I pull the order. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this Ninjago set. I'm going to enter that into the store real quick to clear out one of these bins. And I'm going to try taking that bin around to the different drawers with the sheet and putting the parts inside of here before I package them so that I don't have to take the drawers from the wall over to the desk to put them in bags. So we're going to give that a shot this week. Let's see how it goes. So I'm almost done putting away the Ninjago set. And there was just a really cool piece that I wanted to share with you. It's the new firing mechanism. So it's like one of the typical 1x1 shooter bricks, except it's like a 2x6. Yeah, it's a 2x6. It's got a push button at the end. It's got the old style kind of, I don't know, fist shooter, whatever you want to call that. I don't know. I know I've seen some that look more similar to this in older sets. I just thought that was pretty cool. It also has a Technic pin on it, so there's different ways to kind of position that in there. Kind of neat. One of the things I like parting new sets out for is you get to see some of these new cool pieces that Lego keeps making. So anyways, I'm going to get back just a couple more bins here, and then we will pull the next order. So I finally got the bins put away. It actually didn't take that long. I did have a little bit of struggle because so many of the pieces I had to climb up and down the ladder for. Now, if I haven't already stated, I would not recommend needing a ladder to pull and part your pieces back into your store. It just causes such a time delay that I don't think that extra space for those is nearly as worth it. The first order that we're going to go over here is from Lego Freak. So Lego Freak placed an order. We've got a total of 189 items, a total of 13 different lots. Let's go see what he got. We're going to go ahead and try this camera angle for this particular order. I've got my tray. I've got my printout. We're going to start off at drawer 541. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's all the way up there. So the first thing I need to do, thanks Lego Freak, this is your fault. I've got to climb a ladder. Just kidding. It's my fault. I put it up there. Anyway, I gotta climb that. 2 1x4 black bricks. Next up on the docket, 778. This one's a little easier to access. Right here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 white 1x1s. 1044. I don't have to climb the ladder for this one, thank goodness. We've got 5 dark bluish gray corner brick 2x2s. Next one, 1352. Got to get on the ladder again. Here we go. All the way to the top. 4 red cherries. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. This is a little bit of a trial, so don't hold it against me if this episode is a little quiet and a little more muffled and crazy going on. Next order, 1376. 4 green cherries. Now we're going to 1448. So now we're down into the realm of the stuff that I can reach again. And here we got 3 archways. Now we're going to go to 1786. Guess what? Time for the ladder again, I guess. Holy smokes. Okay, this one I'm just going to take the whole drawer. So Lego Freak got 24 1x2 tan bricks. Next is 1894. Back down the ladder again. Hopefully you'll sense the theme. Don't put your pieces up high. We're just going to grab the drawer. Those are 1x1 light tan bricks. Or not light tan, just tan. 2112. Guess what? Back up the ladder we go. One of these days I'm going to fall from this thing too. We got 2 1x4 dark bluish gray pieces. 2138 while I'm up here. We've got a total of 5 light bluish gray 1x2 bricks. So these are back here because of the big shells. So if you couldn't hear me back there, it was probably just a bunch of nonsense garbage. Don't climb up and down ladders. It takes a lot of time. Now your calf muscles, man, they're going to be ripped. My calf muscles, ooh, they're going to be strong. Bin 46. Am I going to luck out? No, of course not. Guess what? Back up the ladder. Bin 46 is 1x3 tan bricks. Next up, B49, which is almost right next to it. 70 medium blue 1x2 bricks. So I'm not going to count those right here. That bin's going with us. And the last one is going to be 40 1x2 dark blue bricks. Those are over in my L drawer. So I'm going to go grab that whole drawer. So this is one of those rare cases because I'm not taking the whole lot and there's so many of them. One of the things with my long drawers, the Sterilite ones, you can take the entire insert out. And so that's what I'm going to do for here. So I'm going to go over and I'll talk to you a little bit while I package all these up. So while I pack up these pieces for Lego Freak, figured I'd go ahead and answer a couple of user submitted questions. So the first question comes from Our Brick Life. Says, each week you share your Bricklink profits. How do you put a cost price on each brick you part out from a set? Surely this could vary from set to set and also be dependent on what savings you made on each set. So thank you for your question. What I do for cost related to the parts in the store is I use a formula. What I do is I calculate the cost of goods sold based off of half of the sale price. So I don't include the cost of shipping or handling or taxes in that. If I have, let's say, a $10 minifigure, let's pretend like I put it in the store, I listed it $10. I don't actually have a cost associated with that item at that point in time. I don't use Bricklink's I don't use their system to where you can put my cost on every item. That would be extremely cumbersome per set, especially when you combine all your different lots together from different sets. The price per piece could end up varying. What I do is I just calculate it based on a formula. So most of the sets that I part out tend to have an average of around a 2 to 3 times multiplier in terms of the profit, and in a future video I'll go ahead and go over that. That $10 minifigure, I'm going to use a formula that is half the cost, and therefore that $10 minifigure is going to be $5. If somebody places an order in my store for $40 worth of bricks. Well, that $40 worth of bricks is going to constitute a $20 cost of goods sold. And that's how I do it. I just use a formula. I do it differently with the full sets for sure, but for pieces, that's how I do it. So thank you, Our Brick Life, for your question. I really appreciate it. Next question, which isn't really a question, but it was a statement that I thought was worth talking about a little bit, is from Corey Pregant. I hope I said that right. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, Corey. But Corey stated, watch out, Target will ban you as a reseller without notice if you buy too much. Just happened to me. So first off, sorry that happened to you, Corey. That's got to be rough. Second, I guess, is that I actually don't purchase too much from Target. Target typically doesn't have amazing deals. They will sometimes have older sets, and the older sets are the things that I try and prioritize purchasing from them, the retired sets or near retirement. I think this question or statement, I guess, was in regards to last week's video where I mentioned that I was going to be parting out these Elf Wago stunt trucks and that I purchased them from Target. And I haven't had any issues yet. It's very possible that Target may ban me. That is a right that every store has technically. In this case, if they think that I am just purchasing goods to be resold, then they could certainly close my account. And there's not much I can do about it. I don't know that I'm going to overly worry about it either. If it happens, it happens. It's outside of my control. I would say use some logic sense. Don't go completely nuts, but I also don't think it's crazy that sometimes people are going to purchase multiples of a single item. I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm also not going to be making, $100, $200, $300 purchases on a weekly basis from Target either. As much as they would like it from the bottom line perspective, I don't think that it would bode well for my account. Use common sense. Don't go absolutely crazy. Try and restrain a little bit. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of different stores out there. And if one of them don't want your business, go somewhere else. Thank you, Corey, for leaving us a comment in that video. I know it wasn't a question, but I appreciate it anyway. All right, last question for this episode comes from Brad's Bricks. Response to last week's video yet again. We got cool sets to part out, Dave. Where did you find these great deals? Did you get the city sets discounted also? I've been waiting on both of those to go on rollback at Walmart. Thanks, Brad, for your question. I guess twofold. Where do I find these great deals? Target, I browsed the Target site. That's how I found the hidden side. It wasn't posted anywhere that I'm aware of. I just, every now and then you bring up Target and go to all Lego sets and just start scrolling through looking for red. In terms of those particular Lego City sets, honestly, I don't know if they were discounted or not. I don't know what the MSRP was on them versus what I paid for them. Really what I've been trying to make a push to do here lately is find sets that have a lot of new lots that I don't already have available in the store and prioritize purchasing those. And so even if a set had a smaller profit margin or markup margin after being parted out, if it had a high quantity of new pieces that were going to be added to my store, I made a point to pick those up. I am pushing towards getting 10,000. Is it 10,000? Not 10,000. I was misremembering. And I thought I was. So I am very close to having 5,000 unique lots. I'm also quickly approaching. I'm also quickly approaching on 100,000 pieces. Right now, as of the recording of this video, it's 94,953. It would have been higher, but I just had 3 orders come in. That kind of sets the piece count back, and that's kind of one of those constant struggles of a Bricklink store is if you want to try and keep a certain number of pieces in there, you have to do enough parting out to outpace the orders at a minimum. That's kind of what's exciting to me. Again, I don't know if I got those particular sets discounted. I wasn't paying so much attention to the price of each individual set as much as I was looking at the price of a set as compared to the part out value and taken into consideration how many new pieces it would add to the lots in my store. So thank you, Brad's Bricks. I really appreciate your question. This week's sales, just going to give the recap this week. Not going to dive through them. I don't know that there's anything super meaningful to discuss in there, but we did get 3 orders in this week. We got one from Brick Lover 68. We got one from our good buddy Lego Homes, and we got one from the reoccurring dropshipper. Total sales this week, we had $44.45. If we deduct out the cost of goods sold, that was $16.52. If we remove our BrickLink fees, which came to a total of $1 exactly, and our total shipping charges of $10.47, that left us with a net profit of $16.46, which would maybe make you question, why in the world do you do BrickLink? I enjoy working with Lego. So anyways, thank you to everybody for your orders. Thank you for sitting through this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, click on that like button below. Please subscribe to the channel. And as always, we will see you next week. Bye.